Welcome to the comprehensive training on employment law. What is employment law? Employment law governs the relationship between employers and employees, encompassing various statutes, regulations, and legal principles. It ensures fair treatment, non-discrimination, and compliance with labor standards. Essentially, understanding employment law mitigates the risk of potential legal ramifications for the employer while also ensuring the employee is treated equally and fairly during their employment. Today, we will be discussing the Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Age Discrimination in Employment Act, or ADEA, the Americans with Disabilities Act, or ADA, the Family and Medical Leave Act, or FMLA, the Fair Labor Standards Act, or FLSA, and Equal Pay Act. The Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. What is Title VII? According to law.cornell.edu, Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 is a federal employment law that prohibits employment discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, including pregnancy, and national origin. Some examples of Title VII violations include discriminatory hiring practices, refusing to hire candidates based on their race, color, religion, sex, or national origin, unequal pay, only paying employees for one race and not the other, or one gender and not the other, hostile work environment, making it difficult for an employee due to their race, color, religion, or any other protected status. It can also include using racial slurs or jokes in the workplace. Retaliation, harassment, and discrimination, such as seeking a means to get an employee terminated, demoted, or not providing the opportunity for fair career advancements. Managers' responsibilities. Managers must ensure fair hiring practices and provide equal opportunities for all applicants, regardless of their protected characteristics. Age Discrimination in Employment Act, ADEA. What is ADEA? The Age Discrimination in Employment Act, ADEA, forbids age discrimination against people who are age 40 or older. Examples of ADEA violations: age-based harassment, looking for younger, more youthful candidates for a position; unequal pay, paying younger employees more because of their age instead of their performance; age-based reduction, reducing the number in staffing because of an employee's age; denial of promotions or training opportunities, not allowing someone older to grow and seek promotional opportunities; retaliation or discrimination based on age; taking away an employee's rights because of their age, or filing discrimination complaints or investigations due to their age. Managers' responsibilities. Managers should avoid age-related bias in hiring, promotion, or termination decisions, and provide equal opportunities for employees of all age groups. Americans with Disabilities Act, ADA. What is Americans with Disabilities Act, ADA? The Americans with Disabilities Act, ADA, is a federal civil rights law that prohibits discrimination against people with disabilities in everyday activities. The ADA prohibits discrimination on the basis of the disabilities, just as other civil rights laws prohibit discrimination on the basis of race, color, sex, national origin, age, and religion. Examples of ADA violations: refusal to hire due to disability, not hiring someone because of their disability, retaliation for a disability, acting against someone because of their disability, such as a termination or a demotion, not providing reasonable accommodations, not engaging in the interactive process, not following the interactive process when disability requests are being conveyed to seek a reasonable accommodation, harassment or hostility in the workplace due to a disability, making offensive comments or jokes about someone because of their disability, or creating a hostile work environment for them. Managers' responsibilities. Managers should make the needed accommodations for employees with disabilities to ensure they have equal opportunities in all aspects of their job. Family and Medical Leave Act, FMLA. What is FMLA? The Family and Medical Leave Act, FMLA, provides certain employees with up to 12 weeks of unpaid job-protected leave per year. It requires that their group health benefits be maintained during the leave. Examples of FMLA violations: not providing FMLA leaves, not providing employees with FMLA information, not telling employees what rights they are eligible for per FMLA, and not allowing eligible employees 12 weeks of unpaid leave for any medical-related issues for themselves, children, spouse, or parents. Counting leave hours incorrectly. Basically, not correctly calculating how many hours are used and are available for the employee's qualified FMLA leave. Not providing health insurance during FMLA leave. Discrimination or retaliation against FMLA users. Taking away an employee's benefits because they are on FMLA leave. Delaying FMLA processing requests. Making it difficult for an employee to use FMLA leave by requesting unnecessary documentation that makes the process longer for approval. Managers' responsibilities. Managers must understand FMLA rights and responsibilities and provide correct eligibility information to grant any employee who meets the criteria of the requested time off needed per mandated laws. Fair Labor Standards Act, FLSA, and Equal Pay Act. What is FLSA and the Equal Pay Act? The Equal Pay Act of 1963, amending the Fair Labor Standards Act, protects against wage discrimination based on sex. The Equal Pay Act protects individuals of all sexes. Examples of FLSA violations: child labor, employing minors, hiring anyone that's not above the legal age permitted to work. Incorrect wage record keeping, not accurately paying an employee for the hours they have worked or falsifying their records. Overtime violations, not paying an employee for any hours worked over 40 hours at the rate that should be time and a half their normal rate of pay. Minimum wage violations, not following the minimum wage guidelines by the federal government and or state. Unapproved payroll deductions, taking deductions from an employee that ultimately results in them losing pay that falls below minimum wage guidelines. Employee job misclassification, not correctly providing the right classification for employees to avoid paying them for the correct time worked. Examples of Equal Pay Act violations: pay discrimination based on gender, race, ethnicity, religion, or any other national origin. Basically, not paying someone equally compared to other employees because of their gender, race, ethnicity, religion, or other protected classifications. Retaliation in the forms of demotions, harassments, or terminations for employees requesting equal pay. Harassing, demoting, or ultimately terminating an employee that is requesting equal pay for equal work performed. Managers' responsibilities. Managers must correctly classify employees to ensure that they are paid a minimum wage that meets government requirements and must ensure all genders, race, ethnicities, and any other relating groups are provided with equal pay for the job duties they are performing. Responding to employment law issues. Managers' responsibilities. Anytime there are issues related to employment law, managers should feel comfortable to always ask for help to ensure the proper guidance is provided to effectively prevent violations of any laws or mandates. Examples include getting with the HR department to see how to proceed with any inquiries. If legal concerns are raised, reach out to the legal department. Always get detailed documentation on anything dealing with the decision being made, communications, and creating a paper trail that provides clarity. Creating timelines are also a good practice to note key details. Take care of the issue as quick as possible so there are no additional escalations. Continue to seek additional training and development to become the expert in the field. Always raise your hand and ask questions. Conclusion. Employment law can sometimes be difficult to understand. There's a plethora of information to take into consideration when dealing with employees and their rights. By learning the correct federal and state laws and mandates, managers will have the tools they need to essentially adhere to any legal requirements to make good, sound decisions. Always assume positive intent to promote a culture of equality amongst all employees, while also assisting them in understanding their rights and responsibilities.